Oh boy. There we go. Okay, sweet. Okay. Okay, cool. Hey guys. So I kind of figured I would just maybe make a little thing here of what I've been working on with our project. Hopefully the audio on this is fairly decent. I haven't tried this mic a whole lot, and I don't really know what it's like, but yeah. So I kind of I'm kind of it kind of helps me to verbalize sometimes rather than just trying to type through Discord or whatever. Not that there's a problem with that, but I get a little bogged down behind the screen, and sometimes it kind of helps me just to be a little more verbal. So basically, in regards to the project, in regards to the 323 project, um, so I kind of, if you guys remember the thing that Dr. De La Torre showed us with the like van animation, he actually called that van animation. Like that was the name of the folder, I believe. Um, let's see, this is my folder for this class. Yeah, so he called it van animation. This is the thing from Blackboard. So I think this folder came from extracting this zip file here. So he called this fan animation, and I took this and looked at it, and it does it does exactly the same thing that he showed us in class, where it has the little map and the van starts at a certain point, and it kind of he has it like rigged up to sort of like simulate it, and so the van kind of like follows a little path and then goes to the end point. So I basically took that folder and then copied it, and that's what this van animation dash 2 is. And I was going to try to take this. I also renamed the solution name because that was confusing me. In his, it's called gmap.net .sln, and I renamed it to van animation dash 2 .sln. Um, so in his, let me grab this here, a couple of these. Yeah, basically, I was going to try to just copy that thing that he provided and then kind of like work it into something that like kind of meets some of the requirements of the project. And That's kind of where I'm a little bit stuck right now. And I'm kind of mainly making this video just for informational purposes for you guys, just so you can kind of see like where it's at and whatnot. Um, let's see. So I am opening. Okay, so this will be the original from De La Tour, which is the van animation, and it's got to load load here, of course. On a totally separate note, it's lawn mowing season now. I live with my parents, and I'm got up this morning, and I was like, well, I'm gonna mow the lawn a little bit to try to help out a little bit around here, and kind of feels good, but I'm a little bit sniffly now. But okay, cool. So okay, right. So this is De La Tour's original thing, van animation thing. And I think if I just like start it, um, yeah. So we get this thing which he showed in class, and I think we can go like route. Yeah, so we get the route, and then we go simulate. And I might not let it sit for this whole thing because it takes a second, but well, maybe I will. So blah blah blah. Van goes along. Go van go. He's falling right here. All right, cool. And so it does the little van animation. Um, so oh gosh, okay. Um, okay. So yeah, I kind of like yeah, this might be kind of a long video too, a little bit. Sorry about that. Maybe I should have prepared some of this stuff before I started making this, but um, I want this guy load up here too. Okay, so let's see. So okay, this is the like I think this is the properties for either the project or the solution. Yeah, this is really lagging. There we go. Let's see. Yeah, basically, like, I kind of the problem I kind of was having was if I, yeah, here we go. So I was going to try to let's see, I need to also pull up. I'm going to use this for the van animation stuff, and then this is really slow. There we go. Let's see. One, two, three. Okay, I know where I'm going now. Milestone 2. Yeah, I think it's this guy. Milestone 2.pdf. So, actually, okay, we get in here to appendix, whatever it is. Appendix, probably C. Yeah, there we go. So yeah, so this was the code that Dr. Delator provided in the PDF to like talk to Firebase kind of. So I was basically going to try to take this ban animation thing that he did and just copy it and incorporate Firebase into it. Um, and kind of the problem I ran into was when you do the there we go. So here this is run and this is a function and it just returns a task. Um, and for some reason, if I just copy the ban animation thing that Delator had, I can't get a task, and it's kind of I don't know. I'm not sure why that is. It's supposed to be system.threading.tasks.task. Um, system.threading. That's the part where we get stuck. Is if we look for tasks, that does not exist there. Actually, even task without an S does apparently not exist there. Um, so that's kind of where I'm stuck right now. Because I was going to try to just take this band animation thing that he did and kind of incorporate Firebase into it. And then I was kind of like, okay, I think from there that's a lot of like that gets pretty good progress made on the project. And I don't know why it's not doing this. I think I looked in the like. I'm just gonna close this. I think I looked in the project properties maybe. Yeah, this is a thing too. Like, I'm thinking maybe it's because of this, because the target framework is maybe not, is maybe too old or something. Um, and I think I even tried this earlier. Yeah, so it tells you changing the target framework requires that the current project be closed and then reopened. And then say change the project will be automatically saved. Changing the target framework may require remaining modification of files. Blah blah blah. As you want to change the target framework. So if we say yes to change the target framework, and then for some reason I had this error too, and I don't know what this was. And actually, I think this might be kind of the spot where I feel like I was kind of getting stuck. Was like I feel like if I could change the target framework, then I might be able to get that system.threading.tasks.task, and then from there I might be able to set it up to incorporate Firebase. And I don't know why I'm getting this problem with it. So yeah, I don't know. I figured I would just make this video to kind of give a little update. And actually, I might send this to Delator too. I have the this thing in the PDF where I've set this up, and I have this working like just in a separate project. I have at least I have the first part working. I think there was some problem down here with like the pretty much everything below this point. Oops. Yeah, everything below this point, which kind of is a lot of code. Yeah, that's a fair amount of code. Yeah, quite a bit of code. But I think just kind of this part right here, I took this and stuck this in a Visual Studio solution. I think I have that working. So my thought process was like, okay, well, I can get that going and kind of just incorporate that into this ban animation project. And I feel like that would work if I were able to get a system threading task to work. Um, so yeah, I don't know. This thing down here, let's see. So this is form2.cs. in the previous thing, the thing I was just talking about actually, where I have the milestone 2 appendix code that works, what I did was I created a form with a list view, and a list view is, I think, kind of almost like this, where it's just a view of a bunch of individual items, and then it has like columns. Um, so I set up a list view, and then I have it set up where if I click a button, it just pulls the list from the database. And it doesn't do it the way that Delator has it, where it kind of like listens for changes in the database, and then updates based on that. I was kind of having a little bit of trouble with that part. It seems a little bit complicated. As usual, I'm a little bit angsty about the range of technologies we use at WC Tri-Cities. I feel like, going all the way from directly fiddling with bits in Dr. Lewis's classes to Delator's classes where we're using C# bits, I feel like it's kind of a pretty massive range of expectations that I'm also not the one who's in charge. So, anyways, yeah. So I set up this. Why was I saying that? Right. Okay. So I don't have it set up where in the other solution that I have that works. I do not have it set up. I do not have it set up where it listens for changes in the database like Dr. Delator has here. But I have it where it just, if you click a button, it just pulls the list from the database, and that works. So that's what this list view thing is. And okay, I guess I do have that set up. I don't have the button on this form right now, but the way I had the other form set up was there was just like a button here, and it just said like refresh prospect list, and you would click that, and then this list view would get filled in with stuff from the database. So I think my thought process was kind of like, well, I can take this van animation thing. This is Dr. Delator's thing, which actually does show the van animation. In fact, if we start this, I think we can. I kind of just want to double check for myself to confirm that. Yeah, okay. All right, that's not going to go. Okay. At any rate, oh, let's remove something. All right. Yeah. So this form here shows that van animation thing that Dr. Delator did. So I think what I was going to do was rig this up where with this button here, which I added to his van animation thing, you would click this, and then it takes you to this form, which should have this. I might actually just stick this in real quick. Button, button, oh boy, just lagging a lot right now. So I'll just do this way. It'll take a couple of seconds. Button, let's put this like this, and we also want like choose selected prospect next. They definitely do this. Choose selected prospects. The control the next to this. This right here. That's a little bit ugly, but whatever. So yeah, so I think kind of what I had in mind was if I took this kind of map interface, which is the basically forked from the van animation interface. If you have a button here where you just do choose next client, my thought process was you click that, and then that takes you to this form over here to choose the client. And in theory, this would get populated from the database. And then I guess right now, just to make it work, I would have a button to say update prospect list. And then in theory, the driver could click on whatever prospect they wanted to do in this list here, and then click choose selected prospect to be your next visit. And then I suppose once they click that button, that could automatically close this form and then take them back to this main form here, and then they would be off and on their way again on the next prospect. Kind of just that issue was just this system not putting that tasks thing. Um, so yeah, that's kind of where it's at right now. I kind of just figured I might make a little video to sort of update you guys or whatever. And actually, I might send this to Dr. De La Torre too, and maybe he can help me figure out why I'm having the issue with getting a task in here. Um, or maybe I just need to, spend more time trolling around on the internet and trying to figure out how it works. So, anyways, I just figured I would kind of give you guys a little update. So, that is pretty much it, I think. Yeah, it's chugging along. Hopefully, we'll get something that kind of works decently at some point. So, yep, there it is for you.